So Moses made a bronze snake and put it up on a pole. Then, when anyone was bitten by a snake and looked at the bronze snake, they lived. So that's the story of the bronze snake. And so I heard that and I thought, okay, so God killed a bunch of them with these snakes. In other versions of the Bible, they're described as fiery snakes. And that's interpreted as the bites either cause significant pain or swelling, or there's also a bunch of other interpretations that they were bit by these, quote, fiery snakes, and it caused great thirst because they were suffering from thirst. And so God had them bit by snakes and they were complaining about thirst. Now they really suffered from it. Anyway, a lot of people died in this incident. So I went through the book of Numbers. I actually had ChatGPT help me out and count all of the people that God killed in the book of Numbers. So the book of Numbers has like 36 chapters. It's the story of them wandering around the desert. And when you add them all up, the maximum total, the minimum total, I say minimum because there's a lot of other places where people die, like here with the snakes, it doesn't say how many people actually died, just says many died. But if you actually count up what's in the Bible as far as how many people died, the minimum total from the incidents that they do count in here is 38,950 men. I say men because men are the only people that are counted here in the Bible. When they take all these censuses of the different tribes, it's just men. So 38,950 men as a minimum died, not including this thing here with the snakes and a couple other incidents where God punishes them. So that struck me as really hard to understand. And I'm not, I'm just some schmo in 2025 looking at this, trying to figure it out. For hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years, people have interpreted these verses, and there's a lot of commentary out there, and I'll talk about that in a second. But that's what happened in this particular case, and all these people were killed in the book of Numbers, and all these people were killed by the snakes. So I thought, what do some famous theological people think about this? Theologians, right? And I went and looked at St. Thomas Aquinas and St. Augustine, and they do have commentaries about the Bible and about God's justice, which is what this is related to. And both theologians would probably interpret these deaths and numbers as just punishment. They make a point about God being perfectly merciful, but also perfectly just. And that's what he was doing with the Israelites. They were rebelling against divine authority, and so they received just punishment. Another thing, they would have referred to it as a pedagogical tool to teach the remaining Israelites that were left about obedience and the seriousness of sin.